and welcome back to my channel today. It's your girl Mimi. If you're stopping for the very first time, you're highly welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how to make this beautiful crop shirt with a drawstrings on its waist. So if you find this video helpful, if this is something you would love to learn, please keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, for this tutorial I'll be making use of this crepe and I have about 1.5. So the next thing I went ahead to do was to fold my fabric into 4. I went ahead to fold both the front and the back together, leaving 2 inches in front for my button allowance. Alright, so first of all, the next thing I'm going to do is to trim off this rough edge at the upper part of my fabric, just like you see me do. Go ahead and trim yours. So I'll go ahead now and take my body measurement. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to mark here will be my shoulder line, my chest line, and of course the length of my top. For me, I'll be making use of 20 inches for the length of my top. Alright, so just go ahead and take a suitable length for you, but for me I'll be making use of 20 inches. And then after I was done, I'll just go ahead and trim off the excess. Alright, hope you understand. Now this is what I mean. I'll just go ahead and cut out from here. Just go ahead and cut yours too. So after I was done with that, I'll just go ahead and impute all my body measurements. My shoulder divided by 2, which will give me 7.5. I'll just go ahead and mark it here on my shoulder line, and then I'll also go ahead to do the same thing on my chest line. My shoulder divided by 2, 7.5. So I will just go ahead and connect a straight line from my shoulder to meet my chest line, just like you see me do. Then I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and then for the neck width I'll be going in by 3, and for the neck depth of the back I'll be using 1 inch, and for the neck depth of the front I'll be using 3 inch. Hope you understand. So just go ahead and connect, just like you see me do. Go ahead and connect yours exactly. So after that, I'll just go ahead and connect my curves, connect my shoulder slope, and then of course I'll go ahead and also take my bust measurement. My bust divided by 4 will give me 9, and then I'll go ahead to add about 4 inches to 5 inches allowance. I'll just be making use of the remaining allowance I have here, and of course it's a free top, so we won't be needing the actual waist measurement. Go ahead and connect the same thing you have on the bust line down to the waist and down to the full length. I hope this makes sense. Just go ahead and mark your lines like this, and then after that I'll go ahead and cut it off. Hope you understand. Please watch closely so you could see the areas I am cutting. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and cut out the side, my armhole, the neck, and my shoulder slope, just like you see me do exactly. Go ahead and cut out yours. So after I was done cutting, this is what I have. I'll just go ahead and notch my button allowance. All right, so the next thing I'll go ahead to do right now will be to open up the back like this and then bring the front, and then I'll go ahead and hem the button area. I'll go ahead and hem it, and then I'm going to place them right side facing each other, and then I'll just go ahead and sew on my shoulder. I hope you understand. Please keep watching. This is very simple. Go ahead and sew on the shoulder and also hem the button allowance. And then after I was done, this is what I have, and you can see how neat this is looking. All right, so go ahead and do same. This is how neat it is looking. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do right now will be to measure my round neck measurement, so I can go ahead and cut my collar. For me, I love collars with collar stand. All right, but the one we are actually imitating doesn't have a collar stand. But for me, I'll be imputing a collar stand to mine. So go ahead and take your round neck measurement, and then after that we'll use that to cut our collar. Hope you understand. So for me, this is my collar. I went ahead to cut this behind the scene. I'll be dropping a short video on how to go ahead to cut out your collar. All right, so just go ahead and cut this out. Go ahead and sew on the sides, on the upper part of it, and then you flip it over. I'm just going to do that so you could see what I mean. So this is what mine looks exactly. I'll just go ahead and flip it over after turning it. So go ahead and do same to yours. I'll just go ahead and flip it over, use my scissors to push out this sharp edge, and then after that you can see how this will look. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do right now will be to notch the center of my collar. I'll go ahead and fold it together like this, and then I'll go ahead and notch the center. I'll also notch the center of the collar stand. All right, so notch the center of the collar and also the center of the collar stand, and then after notching, this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and bring my collar stand, and then go ahead and arrange it too, and then notch it. After notching, like I said earlier, you go ahead and notch it. So after notching, I'm going to place them on top of my collar, my actual collar. Just place them, watch closely to see what I am doing. Close them this way and also do same. So the first thing I'm going to do after placing them this way will be to go ahead and run my threads, and then after that, this is what I have. Like I said earlier, I don't want this video to be a long one, so I'll be dropping a special video on how to make your collar. So after that, fold the fabric into two and notch the center of your bag. All right, just like you see me do. And after that, bring your collar and then place them together like this and sew. And so after sewing, this is what I have. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do will be to run a top stitch to give it a very nice finishing. Hope you understand. Just go ahead and run a top stitch. Fold it like this. And then go ahead and run your top stitch. Alright? Hope you understand. So after I was done, you can see how beautiful this is looking. Alright, so the next thing I'll go ahead to do right now will be to keep this aside and cut my sleeves. Alright, for the sleeves, I'll just go ahead and fold my fabric into four, so I will cut my two sleeves at once. So this is what I mean. Go ahead and fold your fabric like this, and then for the length of my sleeves, I'll be taking about 19 inches. All right, just like you see me marked out here. And then I use this method in cutting my sleeves and it works for me perfectly. So I'll just go ahead and slant my tip like this, and I'll measure 9 inch for my chest and plus extra 1 inch, which is 10. And then I'll go ahead and curve it like this. And then after that, I'll just go ahead and connect. And after that, go ahead and cut it out just like you've seen me do. All right. And so after cutting, this is what I have. You can see my two sleeves. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do now is to cut out a band. And this is the band I'll be using. I went ahead to cut out my two bands I'll be using. For the length of my band, I went ahead to make use of 8 to 9 inches, alright? So the next thing I'll go ahead to do will be to make a gathers at the hem of my sleeves. I'll go ahead to do same for the other one. After I was done with my gathers, this is what I have, and as you can see, this is how it's looking. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do right now will be to bring my band, and then I'm going to join it like this, right side facing each other, using 0.5 to join it. All right, so go ahead and do same, and then after that I'll go ahead and make a top stitch. So after I was done, this is what I have for my sleeves, and as you can see, this is looking beautiful. All right, so I went ahead to shape my shirt, and I also went ahead to hem it. All right, this is what I have. So I'll just go ahead and fix in my sleeves for this side and to the other side also. So after I was done with the sleeves, this is what I have, and our top is almost ready, as you can see. So the next thing I went ahead to create was a rope that is about 50 something inches long, as you can see. So I'll be flipping this at the lower part of my shirt. So just go ahead and create yours, all right? So I will just go ahead and flip this in, all right? So just watch closely to see exactly what I am doing here. I'll just go ahead and flip it in like this. I keep pushing this in until I get to the end of the hole. Hope you understand. So keep doing this. Our top is almost ready, as you can see. All right, so after I was done fixing this, this is exactly what I have. Watch out, this is what I have. And as you can see, our top is almost ready. This is what I have. All right, so the next thing I'll just go ahead to do, because I don't want a button on my own, I'll just go ahead and fix in my fastener behind the scene, and then our shirt is ready. Hope you like this. All right, so if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, and see you in my next one.